The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bruins will kick it away first. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Washington Huskies offense takes the field. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Across the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single back. Holding. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bruins offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a great matchup we have of two highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These two running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Presley. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. At the 35, he's loose. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Direct snap. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big game.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put... And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy's is.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He'll set up to throw. Safe completion on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Bruins want to move quickly. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll try the left side. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dialing up a second down pass play. Dances away from the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Scrambling away. He'll slide and avoid the big hit.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Release to the back. He's got it down the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's an awesome play call, having the running back on the angle route against the blitz. So they bring the linebackers. That completely vacates the middle of the field wide open. Running back runs right into it, and nice job on the throw.
The offense down to the 22 on first and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters from there in Pasadena today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Bickley. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now
open runway ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bruins.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Tennessee. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll run it from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Past the 25. Touchdown, Huskies! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks going all the way back to...
A shot toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. He now has 84 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Quarterback will keep it. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. The quick out. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bruins in the hurry up.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The give out of the gun. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Headed to the end zone. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to power it in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Got it! Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse. And the pass hits, picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We're at the midway point